Hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. For today's video, I want to cover another one of those really basic real estate concepts. The topic for today's video is home inspections. So I actually took some video from a real home inspection that I was just at last week. These buyers submitted an offer, it was accepted, and last week we had the inspection. Got to take some really interesting footage, so I'm going to be including some of that in this video. So you found a home that you like, you've toured the house, you've put in an offer, it was accepted. So now it's time to take a closer look at that home. This is part of the closing process. Typically you want to get it done as soon as possible. Within about a week of attorney review is ideal. Home inspections where you're really going to be able to get in there, get under the floorboards and into the walls and kind of see exactly what's going on in the house. These are things that you may not have been able to see on the home tour. And you also just want to make sure everything's in proper working order before you actually continue and go through with the sale. So in most cases, if you're purchasing a home for yourself, you really are going to want to do the home inspection. You know, you're going to be living there. You really want to make sure that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Also, most mortgage lenders for traditional mortgages are going to require that inspection. And depending on the type of loan, it may be a more rigorous inspection even. Pretty much assume that you're going to be doing it no matter what. Some situations where you might not do a home inspection are if it's what we call an as-is sale, something where the condition of the house is kind of acknowledged as being maybe a little questionable, but the seller is just trying to sell it, get it off their hands, and, you know, take it or leave it. In those cases, you're probably not going to be able to get to do a home inspection, and that's kind of a whole different can of worms. An inspection, unfortunately, is not free. It's something that the buyer actually has to pay for out of pocket. These are part of what we consider the closing costs, and usually the buyer is just going to pay the inspector directly in cash up front when the inspection's done. In the case of the inspection that I did, that I'm going to show you the video of, this home inspection was $575 for our clients, and then the two specialized inspections we had them do were $300 each. So this isn't part of your loan. This is not part of the mortgage. This is additional money on top of that, but it's something that you've probably factored into your budget when putting together your offer. Now, if this deal ends up falling through, if you end up not going through with it, unfortunately, you can't get your money back for those inspections. But hey, it's cost of doing business, as they say. That's something they say, right?
Cost of doing business.
Home inspections are done by home inspectors. Depending on your state and location, there are different requirements for what a home inspector actually is. In New Jersey, our home inspectors have to be licensed. Your realtor, the one who's been helping you up until this point, should have some recommendations for a home inspector, but you can use whoever you want. With this inspection, our buyers actually had an inspector that their friends recommended. It wasn't somebody that we knew, but he did a great job at the inspection, gave us a good report, and hey, now we have somebody else to recommend to our clients, so that's always good. You, as the buyer, can and should attend your home inspection. The home inspection process, depending on the size of the house, can take a really long time. I believe I was at this inspection for about 3 hours. On a bigger house, it can go even longer than that. But it is really important to attend that inspection, and chances are your inspector is going to encourage you to go as well. So this is your house, right? Or I mean, if the transaction goes through, it's going to be your house. So you're going to want to go through the house with a fine-tooth comb and really see every little thing.
Nothing yet, sir. How about you? Not a thing, sir. What about you guys? We ain't found
because you want to know what you purchased. You want to know where you're gonna be living. And your home inspector is going to be able to show you all of those little things that you may not have noticed on your own. They can also give you a lot of really good basic home improvement tips and just home maintenance, especially if you're a first-time home buyer and you've never actually had to do a lot of the basic maintenance because you've always lived in an apartment complex where the maintenance guy just kind of takes care of it for you. It's really beneficial to actually go through and see the little things that an inspector sees, and you can figure out how to fix little problems when they come up. So I like to think I'm pretty handy. What? Oh my God, Abby! I'm so sorry. Do you want to be in this video? Do you want to be on camera? No. No! Oh my God, I was so ready to yell at my husband just now because I thought he was like barging in while I was in the middle of filming, but it was Abby. It was one of my cats. She opened the door herself. Oh my God. And then of course she doesn't want to be on camera, so. Oh my God, where was I? Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh, okay. This home inspector went over GFCI outlets in the bathrooms. Most people know how GFCIs work, but if you don't, inspector's gonna show you how. He also showed our buyers where the water and gas shutoffs for the house were in the basement. That is obviously gonna seriously come in handy if there are any major issues and they need to go down and turn those things off at the source. Really important to know where those are. So the inspector is going to look at everything. They're gonna go through and pretty much tear your home apart. Okay, like not really, they're not gonna open any walls or anything. I'm just gonna leave the door open in case she wants to come in. Hopefully we don't get like a paranormal activity sort of thing and you see a ghost pop through there.
Hey there, demons. It's me, your boy.
I'm just gonna rearrange my angle a little bit so it's not visible. Okay, new angle. Hopefully no ghosts. So a general home inspector is going to be able to look at all of the basics, the plumbing, HVAC, the electrical. They're going to look at the insulation in the attic and the basement. They're going to look at, you know, your hot water heater, your boiler, whatever it is in your home that keeps your home running, they're going to be able to look at. They'll also look at the exterior, you know, your siding and your roof. They're going to look at the foundation and structural parts of the home. It really depends on your home, but they're going to catch all the major things on a home inspection. Now, there are certain parts of a home inspection that might require a little more specialized attention. This is going to depend on your home, and your realtor can definitely let you know if there are going to be any of those special conditions. Out here in New Jersey, specifically in Bloomfield, a big thing we deal with is underground oil tanks. Now, in the case of this house, you know, it's an older house built in the 20s. We knew there, you know, at some point in the history had been an underground oil tank, but the seller told us it had been taken care of, which we took to mean removed, right? Well, we recommended that just in case our buyers get a special oil tank sweep inspector to come out and check. Turns out, hadn't been removed. It had just been decommissioned.
Should start right about here. So we assume this is the tank running from here to here. We've got this pipe cap sticking up, which has a pipe going down in the ground.
Yeah.
So that looks like it was the former vent pipe.
That's something that really the seller should have told us about, but because we did that inspection, we were able to find it on our own, and now we can take steps to make sure that that oil tank is properly removed. Another big one that we usually recommend is a specialized sewer inspection. That's one where the guy goes down with a camera actually through your entire sewer system all the way out to the street and just checks to make sure that all of the pipes under there are okay.
So right now he's at the city main right now.
Okay.
All right. This is where the pipe pretty much drops down into.
I was gonna say it's like a colonoscopy for your house, but that's too gross, right? I can't include that. So once the home inspection has been completed, your home inspector is going to issue you an actual report. This report is going to contain everything your home inspector found. Now, are you gonna deal with everything on that list? Probably not. The thing's 45 pages long. More than likely, there are going to be major issues on this home inspection report, and you're gonna want the sellers to take care of those things. So this is always gonna be kind of a delicate balance because you're going back in to negotiate with your seller. So at this point in the process, you're gonna wanna talk with your realtor and discuss which things you wanna take back to the seller to ask them for a credit on. You have the option of either asking the seller to just go ahead and fix those things themselves, or to give you a credit to get them taken care of yourself. If you're asking for a pretty significant credit to repair major defects, you're not going to want to throw in little things that you can do just with a little bit of elbow grease and a trip to Home Depot. But if you're getting those big breaks in the price, you're probably not going to be as concerned with those little cosmetic fixes. Now, based on the sale contract, at this point, your contract is up for negotiation. Check with a lawyer, check your contract. If there are things that are a deal breaker, I would say something like, Oh, an underground storage tank that hasn't properly been removed. If the seller isn't willing to fix it, if you don't get what you need,
shut it down. Deal breaker.
obviously that's not ideal. You probably really want to move into this home at this point, but it's much more important to make sure that your home is in good repair and is safe before you move into it. But if it means you have to walk away from the sale because of something that came up on the home inspection that can't be fixed, or nobody is willing to pay to be fixed, sometimes you just gotta walk away.
I think we're done here.
Again, check with your lawyer, check your contract. So home inspection is obviously a very important part of the home buying process. Now, I didn't want to get into a lot of the specifics on what you're going to find in a home inspection because I'm not a home inspector and I can't really speak to a lot of that stuff in detail, but there are actually a lot of cool videos right here on YouTube from professional home inspectors that actually walk you through the house and show you all the things they're looking at. Those are really cool. I would recommend checking one out before you have a home inspection of your own, just kind of for an idea of what kind of stuff you might be seeing. Thank you so much for watching. I like to do these kind of basic real estate concept videos because when you're a new home buyer, there's a lot of stuff you don't necessarily understand yet. And I like to explain them in a way that's hopefully a little bit entertaining. So if you like this video, please give it a like. Also, subscribe for some new content. I release new videos every week. And yeah, just let me know in the comments if there are any other basic real estate concepts you'd like explained. I would love to answer your questions. So I guess that about does it. Okay, see you next time. Bye! They're gonna look at all the little things. Happy bear. Oh my God. I guess it doesn't matter what room of my house I film in. There's always gonna be a cat in the shot.